Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host from Pearl Dane, the one, the only Master Propaganda Hero of Psych Defender of the Fatherland, Author 1v1 own. Faymonville Approach in the north, it is Prabuty, fighting here for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, here with the 2nd Panzer Division with Jaeger Infantry featuring ambush training, Jaeger light infantry upgrades, Jaeger command squads, light artillery barrages, and Stuttgart tank straight from the south, it is Skeletron, fighting for America, freedom, democracy. Here with the 5th Armored Division with Mechanized, as always, Mechanized groups, 761 Shermans, M21 mortar half-tracks, cavalry riflemen, and combined arms. And we're off to this here, and as always, a big hearty thanks to my patrons and supporters. Without them and their valuable support, the Propagandacast would not be able to keep doing what it does. So big thanks to all those. Other people can join ranks by Patreon, or they can donate via PayPal. Links are in the video description. And if you're in the market for pre-ordering companies fee, you can do so with a link in the comments. Use the CoH2 3G, and I get a fine cut of the sale there. Comment, like, share, subscribe, feed the YouTube algorithm. So, Norfolk's racing in here with the Dart Truck, aka the Big Jeep or the Beep. Ralph's got Graham Northern Fuel Point in the southeast. Skeletron sends his reactions out on a daring mission to grab points not contested by the Germans. Which, of course, will spin into a 5-part miniseries starring Tom Hanks and Chris Pratt. Anyways, 2nd Ralph score there. Gonna sing south as they're going to attack deletions here. 2nd Ralph squad ready for Skeletron, freedom and democracy. Gonna spring about here for Prabuty, catch the rears here by the southern fuel point machine gun advance here. Quickly occupying the building, denying the Americans their place to hold up with their guns. North there, Pioneers, pulling about ground points. Further up north, Skeletron kind of repeats Prabuty's point in the south there. Also got the Dart Truck there. Morpheus finding southie as Prabuty rushes after the Eastons. They're caught here by enemy for 2 suppressed behind heavy cover. They're now caught in a bit of a crossfire here. But we got troops being rushed in by Skeletron to assist his beleaguered rear echelons. North the Ralph squad advances. Almost got the Eastern squad there. Ralph squad now occupying a more suitable defensive terrain here that could make things a bit more tiresome for Prabuty and the German army. Advances steadily here. Sandbags in the center. 3rd Grenadier squad there for Prabuty. Up north the Dart Truck going back, almost got their 5th cal ready here. Pioneer going for the, well, easy damage since in the Dart Truck can't defend itself. Pearson's here, and Lieutenant there on the way for Skeletron. Almost got the munitions point so far. Prabuty going hard in here versus Skeletron, but there you go. Dart Truck now upgraded, races in here against Prabuty and the German army. There you go. Gets within Pantherfast range here. Skeletron might have just bitten off more than he can chew or not. He gets away here with a mostly functionally intact Dart Truck, which he quickly orders to conduct self-repairs here. Even as mere meters away, men are dying for America. Blitzen setting out there in the south here, going to be moved towards center assist here. The beleaguered Grenadiers Pioneers there. Prabuty here going for a 4th Grenadier squad here. Skeletron could toss a cav rifle squad here. Some 5th cal here at Prabuty soon. Dart Truck, more or less good to go. It's back in action. Then his Ralph squad there. Back at base here, no sign of him there for Skeletron. He's just so caught up in the action that he forgot about anything else. Grenadiers there now being steadily surrounded here by Skeletron as he gains the tactical upper hand, at least for now here in the center. We do have the machine gun around, but ends up being a bit too late, and there's a good chance the Grenadiers might even get wiped. Yes, indeed. The MD-42 fires at the Dart Truck too, which is definitely not going to help the Grenadier survive since he can't suppress that. And the infantry gets away unscathed, really leaving Prabuty's machine in a bad spot. So, great engagement with the Skeletron. Prabuty got slapped on the head with a fish in the dock. Tech on the way there for Prabuty and the German army goes for Lieutenant in the center, far up north here. Grenadiers grab northern missions point here. A rifleman advancing here for Skeletron, and we got the 5th cal there on the way for him and the 5th Armored Division. Dart Truck once more conducting self-repairs. And tech halfway done there. 50 cal right around the corner for the Mechanized command post. Skeletron going straight here for the juicy fuel point. But there you go, Prabuty is able to sway the rifleman, grabbing the point. We got Lieutenant Reasons nearby, putting some intense effort here on Prabuty's men, but no, the MD-42 saves the day for Deutschland. Further up north, the Grenadier there in a clash with the Dart Truck still. 4 kills Steadily approaching Veteran 2 here in the center, though, is where Prabuty puts the main effort here of the 2nd Panzer Division, also known as the Vienna Division, as apparently the division was originally from Austria. Fun fact, specifically around the area of Vienna. Which you may wonder, why does that matter? Because the Germans, initial sort of system of armies in recruitment basically would have like divisions with roots in certain parts of Germany, and Austria at that point, was part of Germany after it got annexed. So, that sort of thing there. For example, again, 2nd Panzer Division, Vienna. You had other divisions, specific like parts of East Prussia, for example, like the 1st Infantry Division. So, some things there. Anyways, going to enforcing here. Machine gun there, advancing 5th cal there, ripping through them there. Could pop some incendiary piercing rounds here, but at this point, it's already gotten to heavy cover. It's going to be too late here for Prabuty's machine gun gewehr, though apparently managed to pin it anyways. We do have Jaeger Infantry, so ambush camouflage capability here for Prabuty's machine gun gewehr and his infantry. I imagine at this point, Prabuty's priority will probably be the 2-2 to put an end here to the Dart Truck, aka the big jeep here, that Skeletron is so far wreaking merry hell on Prabuty with. So, I'd expect him to push that out first. Maybe some G for defeater while he can. That could help him fight infantry at better ranges here for his men, in particular on a map like this. It does give Skeletron's men a bit better chance of getting in close. 5th gun occupying prime real estate in the center. We got the Dart Truck and importance that is right next to a Telemine. Stuart Light Tank following up here for Skeletron. So even if it drives into this Telemine with the Dart Truck, this could prove to be, not all bad, as that means the Stuart Light Tank could avoid that Telemine, obviously. Nope, dodges away there. The Dart Truck. Gunny's in trouble with the Lieutenant. The Lieutenant is not having a great time of it either, though. Prabuty is definitely struggling, and the 5th gun occupying the center house there is going to give Prabuty just a bit of a hard time with that. A mortar, something else to quickly clear out the occupants. But there you go, 2-2 setting up. It's going to hunt down that Dart Truck if he can catch it. That said, of course, the 2-2 gives away its position quite easily, and Skeleton, of course, know that means he needs to get the Dart Truck the hell out of dodge before it gets turned into, self-propelled scrap. Enforcing healing, got the Empire wants to a light tank out here for Skeletron. Then using south at sea, further heading south of the route further south of the victory point. Raising ahead with the Steward. Racing towards the center. And Prabuty currently, without a Pack 40 or anything else, is going to have a tough time, unless, of course, he can bait it into the Telemine here. And he does it! He does manage to get into the Telemine. This is a huge tactical win for Prabuty. Skeletron's, freshly made Stuart Light Tank, right for fighting, just blew up with not a single shot fired. That was an absolute hell of a Telemine, and of course an absolute hell of a reminder for Skeletron and any other American player that when you're up against the Wehrmacht, it's always a good idea to have a hazard removal package in case your Wehrmacht opponent is the type to lay down Telemines. In fact, he might be able to finish off the Dart Truck here, which would be another big tactical win here for Prabuty, but the 5th gun in the building, of course, is causing Prabuty to be hesitant about rushing in his 2-2 here because, the 5th cal with the armor-piercing rounds can turn his 2-2 into a bunch of tin cans pretty quickly. Up north here, Pioneers by Northern Field are looking to mess with Skeletron's fuel income. Pack 40 ready in case Skeletron may go for a 2nd Stuart Light Tank. Some players are known to do that. If they lose one fast, they may actually go for 2nd one to try and, catch the opponent off guard here. So that might be why Prabuty, despite knocking out the Stuart like that, is still going for an Pack 40 here, rather than, say, committing to mortars and pentagon here, while theoretically have the option. Up north, we can see more troops being expended here to try and get northern field upon the way here. South side is clearly not working out there for Prabuty with the 5th gun in the building there for now, at least. He's more willing to commit to the north, where Skeletron doesn't have an effective defense, and in fact, he's only got a pair of guys from Wisconsin. Got Cav rushing in there with the grease guns, but already there. Jack runs there into the machine gun and drops like a sack of potatoes. 2-2 they're being fixed up here. Cav, of course, can be upgraded with the Thompson submachine guns. Gunnies are being rushed by the Dart Truck. I mean, he's getting a lot of value out of this Dart Truck, that's for sure. I mean, this Dart Truck has soaked up an incredible amount of Panzerfaust while also getting a good amount of killing in there. So even he, lost the Steward like he did, the Dart Truck is certainly doing some pretty heavy lifting to compensate for it at this point. And crucially, Prabuty's just been denied a lot of map here. Like, he needs, like, you know, focus, I think, on one part of that more successfully focused. And I think that'd have to be north for now. Adding in some Jaeger command squads right now could be an idea for Prabuty, but a mortar could also be an idea. Either way, though, he needs something more on the ground here to put pressure on Skeletron before, you know, Skeletron just rushes straight into tanks, which I think actually might be a really likely path here for Skeletron, but also think a really good path. Counter Rifle push back there. There we go, we got the Jaeger command squad here, or Jaeger Befehlsgruppe. Good to do the rest of the raft squad. We got BARs up there for Skeletron, the Browning automatic rifle. Dispatching the Jaeger command squad is the squad that's most likely to operate on its own here to the south. Can you like pop a smoke grenade here to like force Skeletron to get onto the point and get into the Jaeger command squad's line of fire? And get out heavy cover specifically, so that could be an idea here for him. In which case, we'll do that, so pop it right at the edge here. So that way, you know, he can't just stand on the point and, like, block the point from being captured without getting shot at. But apparently, that is necessary. Just push the lieutenant off there. Armor car there, taking a few pot shots at the 50 cal there. Grabbing the north there for Deutschland, and grabbing the southern fuel point as well. Bunker up there for Prabuty. As for Skeletron, we do have the Major on the way there. Cav Rifle, interesting enough, have yet to be upgraded with a pair of Thompsons. Perhaps he's saving up munitions for bars or even bazookas here first as a priority. And the Jaeger command squad just hightails out of there. Could have fought the engagement, but without any like heavy cover against a pair of, you know, BAR equipped riflemen there. That's a really risky idea there, and definitely I think Prabuty made the right call there without further support. Could also consider some mines here in the ancient. Now, we haven't seen any mines that were still here for Skeletron, considering he lost a Stuart light tank to a telemine. That's kind of bold. But it does appear to be rewarded as, besides that one telemine, Prabuty has so far not exactly been investing heavily into telemines. At least he finally forced the 5th cal in the center, which could allow for occupying the center, then push towards the southern fuel point if that is what he wants. Though, of course, he needs to be careful not to leave the entire north side open to like a quick coup de main there by Skeletron. Armored covers the cav rifle here, still no upgrades. Going to easily being shot at by the Dart Truck with 11 kills now. I'm fairly certain at this point this Dart Truck has earned itself in by far. Northy Lieutenant here held up at the MD-42. Met by a Tron to fire there. The Dart Truck backs off. We got the Major moving forwards here. Could be a hint to Prabuty that he may want to take out himself soon. May want to also reposition the machine gun a bit, and there you go, ambush camouflage. Thumbs up. Always a good idea to a machine gun to have that. And for that matter, your other troops too, if one has to be perfectly honest. But yeah, Skeletron there just attacking from as numerous angles as he can at times, which of course is very solid and tactically efficient. Major there, ensuring the 5th gun's in the position there, and that's going to be a headache there for Prabuty, and again, unless he can clear it out fast, he does, I think, lack the tools once more to dissuade the 5th cal from occupying there. Go Dart Truck rushing in 42. Ace level 13 kills. And he's pinned down here. Really bad spot as well for Prabuty. Effectively, it's not giving up the north, but also failed to gain the center and the south here. Really great stuff here for Skeletron, but an absolute headache for Prabuty. He's at least taking up. They could push for some soonish here versus Skeletron, but otherwise, Skeletron is absolutely just giving Prabuty a beating. And then some. Just forcing healing, tech almost done. Armor coming pursuit with the Calrafin, looking to hurl that anti-vehicle satchel charge at it. And there we go. That is 1 to the 2. That's gonna, well, go kaput. There you go. Cavalry right from there, routed by the Jaeger command squad. Still from north here. Guard truck moving about. Quick rifling against the lieutenant. Guard truck rushing in. Panzerfaust. Jaeger command squad to get murdered. 5th cal continue to be an excellent tool here for Skeletron. Note he didn't just keep inside the building forever, he actually moved forwards to support his front line. In this case, managing a pretty big tactical coup there by just pushing back most of Prabuty's forces right outside of his base. And he didn't actually commit more in the north, which arguably could be said to be an up the Skeletron's like, they could just further like messed up the situation for Prabuty instead. It does actually allow Prabuty to commit more towards attacking the center, since he doesn't have to worry about defending the north, though. That may be about to change, as Skeletron is now committing his full 2 squads with bars. Also, Skeleton's got a fair amount of manpower floating about. Could go for 50 cal, build caches, mortars. Quite a few options I think that Skeletron could commit to easily here versus Prabuty. Yeah, he's committing to northland push now. Cav Rifleman still not upgraded. And got a wipe here on Skeletron. A small win here for Prabuty, which he certainly could do quite well. Cav Rifleman about to also get murdered out if he's not careful. Panther 4 there for Prabuty and the German army. Despite everything, he is able to get a tank here ahead of Skeletron. So that's some good news there for Skeletron. For Prabuty, I mean, Skeletron is now going for Sherman, but that's obviously going to be behind the Panther 4. Northern points being seized, center, south being grabbed as well there by Prabuty. Yeah, he's continuing now descent north for the center, south. Reinforcing healing. Panther 4 almost done there for Prabuty and the 2nd Panzer Division. And the center, they got the moving forwards here, backed up by the cavalry riflemen. Charging in there. Lieutenant heading further south against the Pioneers. Panther 4 ready. Panzerkampfwagen 4. Heading for the northern Fuming Quarter between 2 rifle squads with a lot of bars. That's going to be a death sentence for the Gundis unless Prabuty retreats them now. And even then, at this range versus that many BARs, that could theoretically, if Skeletron pursues, still end up a wipe, but he doesn't. Cav Rifle going for the Panther 4 here. Still no Thompsons. I'm rather surprised here at Skeletron's lack of an upgrade on them. All the way, the Sherman out here for Skeletron. Adding the 50 cal there on top, of course. Swinging at that Panther with all infantry squads. Pack being also moved southwards here. We got Bassel wanting attention in the background. Very naughty kitty, though. Dropped a dead mouse where couldn't, like in the middle of the floor at some point. And I just overlooked the man to like step on it. So yeah, very naughty kitty that. Rifle getting to Cav Rifleman here. They're definitely not Cav Rifleman. Panther moving in. Yeah, command squad down just 3 men here. The casualties piling up here. Skeletron forced to fall back for now as infantry bled out. Where Prabuty still has fresh reserves to commit to the fighting. Sherman pull back for repairs here alongside the infantry for reinforcements healing. Need to grab as much center as you can, obviously. May want to grab the Southern Vector Point, munitions point there. And moving into the base here. Boat move here by Prabuty. Almost got the dog truck. 17 kills. He finally gets it though, but really 17 kills. Like that dog truck, I think, earned itself in and then some. Of course, a bit of a loss here for Skeleton. Of course, at this point, it's only going to be difficult to get the most value out of it, but still, there's some really impressive dog truck work there by Skeletron. Machine gun setting up. That's not a great position for Prabuty. He does also quickly realize it as an tide of Olo Greenhead comes charging at it, and it's not ready to fire. That's a pretty harsh counterattack here for Skeletron, which completely just throws all of Prabuty's progress right back into his face. Cav Rifleman Lieutenant here, charging into the south here. Could go for another Panther 4 soon. He could also rush out a Stuke here. And as opposed to also often going for an Ostwind here for Prabuty versus Skeletron. All have merit, all have their considerations. Shot bounced. Good shot there in the Sherman. Almost got it. Panther 4, they will need some repairs. Adding in the Penalmut machine and gewehr, so good. So I'm guessing he's going to go for another Panther 4, which obviously is a solid choice. At this point, I do think there's some merit for Prabuty to consider in Morton. No, he's actually going for the Austrian Flak Panzer. Not a bad choice either. I mean, there's certainly a lot of infantry for it to sort of blast into fine chunks. I still think you should get a mortar yesterday with that 50 cal, wherever it is. Plus, you know, put more pressure on Skeletron. Heading north to the Grenadiers. That said, Skeletron's back to getting both fuel points. Is also possibly in the vicinity to get a nice victory point. Prabuty now, as Seascar was going to have got triple cap on the victory points. We've got the Rascal flanking behind. The Flak Panzer's almost done. Panther 4 there, being slowly fixed up here, but clearly committed here because he cannot afford to wait for it. Machine gun there, repositioned. Got the Rascal moving forwards. There you go, Panther 4 at the ready, and oh, doesn't shoot because he can't see them due to the terrain. And the machine gun gets wiped. Great wipe here for Skeletron. Even got his hands on it. It's still quite painful there for Prabuty to have to recruit. Regain the experience. Black Panther is out now here for Prabuty. Moving on the center there quite fiercely here with the pack backing up. The Sherman pushback. Black Panther moving in there. Shoots the car into the 50 caliber issue with the Ostwind due to the way it fires. It can typically get shot, caught up on like terrain and other things quite easily. Unfortunately. Another harsh push here by Prabuty. This time, though, perhaps a little less harsh. He doesn't commit as aggressively. Perhaps remember what happened last time. Oh no, he's going to go for the base here. Almost got the ambulance. Black Panther ripping through the rifleman. Heavy damage inflicted. And there you go. The casualties piling up. Almost getting a wipe here. Major, though, still in pursuit of the Pack 4. Need to be careful. Damaging the Panther 4. Main gun out. 10 kills. Half 8 of 82, but also close to being buried. Sherman, they're going for a flank here. Smart move there by Skeletron, dodging the Pack 40, but also going for the flank of the Panther 4. We do get a Panther fast off. He could lose the Sherman, but if he gets the Panther 4, it might still come out somewhat decently. Flak Panther there, 4 kills. Shot bounces. Need to get the Pack firing at Flak Panther ripping for the rear there. Jaeger Command got pushed back. We got numerous casualties here for Prabuty and Skeletron. Needs one from the field here. Pack constantly positioning Panther fast. There you go. Flak Panther ripping through the rear of the Sherman, and he got the Panther 4, but the Ostwind may just get the Sherman. Another Sherman way for Skeletron, but this time with the 7.61 gun there. Turn the front around against the Ostwind, but there you go. The Pack finishes off the Sherman. He's got the center, but at an incredible cost. Admittedly, I mean, Skeletron did also pay a bit of a price here. And here's the echelons here. Tried to grab some of the fuel pump, is quickly distance from it. Another Pack 40 for Prabuty. Grayson's about to get exterminated here by the German army. Got 328 versus 380. Gunnies round the cav rifle, grenades. He unleashed the rifle squad there, pushing it back. Fresh wave infinite for the base, quickly picking up the lost weapon, but the MD-42 tries to hold up the American advance here. Oh dear, it's not working out for Skeletron. His men are getting sawn apart, but no, the 50 cal suppresses the machine gun crew here. Flak Panther and Die need repairs and honest at this point. Prabuty probably wants more pioneers just to expedite the repairs on his panzers. But there you go, 76 from Sherman out for Skeletron. Freedom and democracy. Far up north here, grabbing the northern missions point here. Far south, grabbing the southern field point. Steady advance here for Skeletron against Prabuty. It is a hectic match here. Grenadiers here are going to get wiped here, I think, unless Prabuty has some insane luck in store for those Grenadiers. Apparently he does. Wow. That looked like a clear wipe. Nope, there you go, they're wiped. Did push your Sherman down to half health here, though. Can't finish it off. Close, though, but not quite. That puts Prabuty down to 3 squads versus opponent with 4. Further south, you got the going for the southern victory point there. Even as the center being seized by Skeletron, freedom and democracy. Flak Panther going out in the center here. Bazooka team opening up here on the Flak Panther. Looking to knock out the building, as the Ostwind is surprisingly good at knocking out buildings, by the way, due to his mixture of high rate of fire and AoE attacks. He can be really good at knocking down buildings fast. In particular, like wooden structures can rapidly get wrecked by the Ostwind. So in-game, it's a surprisingly effective just anti-building weapon, which I really didn't think it would be. And his Pack 4's being about, he needs to fix up the Flak Panther Schnell. That is about to get murdered here by the cav rifle, which still haven't been upgraded. Another Flak Panther for Prabuty? Really? Ah, that's novel. Definitely not what I'd expect. Very bold here by Prabuty, but I guess he's perhaps feeling desperate, is looking to explore new avenues here for Skeletron, perhaps hoping to blindside Skeletron and leave him starstruck. On this case, flak-struck. No, he cancels it. Probably going to go for a Panther 4. We'll have to see what happens next for Skeletron. He's still flooding like a fair amount of manpower, that despite everything. Could easily, I think, still go for more infantry, support weapons, caches. Banning positions. Flak Panzer in the centre against the Major there. We got the Sherman in, striking the Flak Panzer there. 6 kills, half HP there. Hacks out the ready Grenadiers here, assisting a bit alongside the Pioneers here. Charging out the Flak Panzer here. Yeah, Command Squad about to get wiped out here. And there you go, he finally got the Thompson upgrade on the Cavalry Rifleman. Flak Panzer that's heavily damaged. There you go, Panther 4 for Prabuty. And the 2nd Panzer Division. Yeah, Command Squad there, close being exterminated here by Prabuty, or Skeletron. That be certainly a significant blow here to Prabuty. But there you go, Rough Grenade. Kinda saves it, I guess. Pack's turning around, he trying to take out the Sherman. Can they finish it? But I can't see it, so they can't. Norfolk Grenadiers was Lieutenant. Further up north, machine gun with the victory point here. We got a Panther 4, they're almost done here for Prabuty. We got 240 80. Now they, like, you know, where the victory point's been, like, quite stable for the fair amount of the match. Now it's, like, suddenly sliding rapidly away from Prabuty. Second and 76 machine for Skeletron. Panther 4 ready. We got more Grenadiers here for Prabuty. Immer mehr Grenadier up north. The Grenadiers push back with the Rifle Squads. And the Major. A major move for freedom. Paxman in the center looking to take out that Sherman. Prabuty's definitely willing to take some risks with the double pack. And there you go. Good shot on the Sherman. Almost got it here. Too slow to move. Could cost him it. There you go. Sherman in flames.
A medium tank was just lost.
Still from up north here. Push back machine gun there. Panther 4 charging in for Deutschland. Flak Panzer's almost good to go here. 5th Cal rushing into the Grenadiers here, but without further firepower, they're not going to be able to stop the 5th Cal at all. And the packs are definitely in the danger zone as well. Osman's going to be rushing to the fight here. And never mind before, now Prabuty really needs an additional Pioneer squad, because otherwise, keeping these tanks like, you know, operable is going to take forever. It's not like Skeletron, you just pop up the crew and fix them up. German crews are glued to the seats. By order of the Führer himself. Really? I don't know. Just what the Canadians told us. The Canadians? When do we listen to them? Good question. Anyways, Rob's got being handled with the Ostwind. John going in there for the Flak Panzer and the Panther 4. Good shot there. Graham in the centre of the Gundira, heading further south there. Pioneer about to get wiped out there. And losing those Pioneers would be a hell of a blow there to Prabuty. In particular, when he still needs more of them. Flak Panther going to need some repairs here. Got 186 to 380. He really needs those victory points. He needs a stable front line to help absorb some of these attacks here for Skeletron. North 8 points east there for freedom and democracy. And easy to get on that point. They're not. It looks like they're on it, but they're not. Do this slack when that happens. Like, it looks like they're on it, and for some reason they're not. Flak Panzer being repaired here. Close to on that Flak Panzer though. Fresh assault here in the center by Skeletron. Fresh assault for freedom. Yes, Basil, we have heard you. Yes, Basil, you're a wonderful kitty cat. Here's now is the Panther 4. Good shot in the relation from the Panzerkampfwagen 4. Good shot in the building there. Norfolk gun is about to get exterminated here. In the center, the machine's being exposed to American artillery. Prabuty narrowly retreats here before it gets flattened. North 8 troops enforcing healing. Panther 4 the advancing rifle squad there. Sherman rushing in there. Going straight for the Panther 4. Great shot here. Prabuty's holding on, but it is not looking super great. There you go. The Flak Panzer Qingvechi 2 increasing its rate of fire by a fair bit. It really starts to how fast when it gets to Veteran 3 though. Then it really starts making things uncomfortable for enemy infantry. Yeah. Skeletron heads again. Prabuty being pushed back further and further towards his base. He is struggling here to maintain map control here versus Skeletron. It is a severe and intense struggle here for the German army. Lieutenant here being ripped apart. Ralph got their force back before them. 12 kills on the Flak Panzer. And that 50 cal continues to also just be an absolute thorn in the side of Prabuty. Imagine you going to full motor earlier. But oh well, 50 cal push back here. Panther 4 to need repairs. Got Carab trying to sneak up and do something naughty, but got thwarted by the machine and give out bunkers there in Prabuty's base. Skeletron there holding back for repairs, reinforcements, healing. Bit of bacon. Black Panzer there still being repaired. waiting repairs. And there you go. Finally, more pioneers for Prabuty. Very good and very necessary to just expedite the repairs, plus the additional pioneers just give more stuff to grab points with anyways. There's obviously some benefits to that as well.
The enemy is overrunning one of our captured
Far south here, another push here. Till a strike here against Ralph on the building here. Flak Panther moving to the front line. 75 points of Prabuty Skeleton, 380. In the center, we've got Gunnish ground points here. Jaeger Command's got advancing. Pax as well here. Sherman rushing forwards. Cameron being absolutely mauled here. There we go. Almost wiped out. There we go. Exterminated here by Prabuty. A hello blow there to Skeletron. Of course, Skeletron still has got plenty to give of. Can also soon go for another 10. There you go. Bunching up at the center victory point. A grievous mistake attacked by Prabuty. Skeletron is quick to punish it with an artillery strike here. Though Prabuty is able to quickly split up his forces, it still leaves him open to counterattack. And there we go. One of the pack cruisers already dead before I even finish the sentence. Absolute anarchy here reigns. And there you go. Nice flank. Further exploiting the KSC and the way that he was able to scatter Prabuty's force, then flank in from the north, clearing out the second pack 40, really leaving Prabuty now exposed. He does get another unit wiped here with the Flak Panther, Panther 4 combo. 17 kills. Slowly approaching the ace. We've got more Shermans all the way there for Skeletron, but Prabuty is getting absolutely booted out here. Pack wiped out there. Before Skeletron was able to claim it for freedom and democracy and the RS for tax purposes.
Germans have 50 points remaining.
Second Sherman there, halfway done here for Skeletron. Panther Force moving forwards here. Black Panther with the edge, got the Pioneer there with the BAR. Pack recruit here. Didn't quite get the Sherman. Almost hit though, but not quite. But again, two Pioneers means you can quickly repair up the Flak Panther and the Panther 4. Further south, a bit of skirmish between the MG40 and the Racing. The Racing's like just flanking the MG42. Oh dear. You need to treat the machine gun in the end. Rushing your troops southwards. Flak Panther there, very close to the east level. You can see there, moving forward there, got the Flak Panthers ripping through Skeleton's infantry, but Skeletron doesn't care. He believes in the budget of the United States military. Until calling on the Pack 49 to the Germans there. Sharp play, Flak Panther there narrowly survives. Basil meows. The Blitz meows, it is also known in the south. The Eagle is rushing in for the southern point here, even as Skeletron swarms the center. Yeah, come on for the Ralph squad here. Pack's punching through the Sherman's armor with the Panther 4. All the way, something punched through another Panther 4 for Prabuty, but he's down to 25 points here. 25 points left. Can you believe it, Basil? Black Panther been repaired here. 23, 22, 21. Lieutenant Major in the center being hammered here by the Panther 4. Second Panther 4 was done. There we go. Sherman setting up for Skeletron. Second Panther 4 was done. He machined something hammered here with the 5th cow. Sherman raising ahead.
10 points remaining.
Flanking the Pack 40 here. And there you go. GG, game over, I think. Yep. Got the Lieutenant, though. And Skeleton's going to extend from left. If that match lasted longer, this could have been a problem. But the way he was just leading ahead, it clearly ended up matching. Either way, though, there you go. GG, game over. An absolutely fierce contest here of firepower, wills, and steel on Faymonville Approach. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, you know, you can always subscribe, like, and share the video with others. And if you like the content, wish to see support, you can pledge on Patreon, you can donate, or you can use the link in the video description or link in the comments to pre-order the game using the CoH2 for you. So thank you all for joining in. This is Imperial Team. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye.